got the warning.
Hello, my friend. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you.
How's life?
Busy bee at work at the moment. So, 8:30. Is it sunny still?
It is storming here. It's really raining in Florida, but I love a good rainstorm. I love the rain.
Yeah, when I went to Florida, the rainstorm was like a river. I remember. Yeah, I've been twice to Florida.
Mm. I can't wait to come and see you. What location are you again?
Stockport, Manchester. Yeah.
Okay.
It's always sunny Manchester.
Okay.
Yeah. The
I'm
weather's
sure,
been,
I'm sure it's a long flight, right?
yeah, it's been good weather this year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's your spiritual path doing?
Blissful. So I'm just constantly learning and growing and expanding so much. So I went on this retreat. In order to go on the retreat, I needed to do a cleanse. That is off the charts, unbelievable results that I have. Um, when I started trailing in the RV, I was on thyroid medication for 20 years and it was a hassle. I said, "Oh, I'm a powerful healer. I don't need that." But because I didn't know where I was going to be month from month. So I just stopped it and went on supplements. Well, it was peaks and valleys, and I had the brain fog. So when I went on the retreat, in order to go, you needed to do a cleanse.
Hmm.
And that changed everything.
What sort of cleanse did you do?
It's Purium. It is, I can put my discount link in the comments.
Hmm.
Um, it is used at the Hippocrates Institute. It's for cancer patients. It's gentle. You can even take it if you're pregnant. I'm learning so much. And the parasites are the big issue because they were in my gut and my brain. When you crave sugar, that means you have parasites. They're even during a full moon, they're more active. So you kind of schedule it around the full moon if you can, depending on how long you've been on the cleanse.
Hmm.
It is changing lives, people with MS, Crohn's, all kinds of issues. My GI tract was a mess. I asked my gal, I'm like, what is that? She said mucus. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm just so grateful because I didn't know. You eat healthy, and I lost 15 pounds like that very
I
easily.
had a Pina Blanca set on me, and what it is, it's 13 nuts from the Amazon that are roasted, and it makes you violently sick, and all sorts of stuff comes from the gut that's been there for a long, long time, and that was insane. But I tend to have moringa quite daily, and that helps me with the parasites and borax, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm 60 this year. Yeah.
Wow.
60.
Happy birthday. When is
Hmm?
it? When is it?
November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is August. I'm 65, but I'm aging backwards. I'm really only 40.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to.
I have so much energy.
Mm. Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
you look good for 65. Well done.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
A lot
Yeah.
of it is all to do with de-stressing and everything.
Yes.
The stress you have, the more aging, and it feeds all your illnesses and all your problems. So the best way, obviously, is grounding as well. How was the retreat? Did that go well?
It was fabulous. Body electronics. I love it. Learning so much. Now there's a book study, conscious communication. Words, every scratch, itch, all these messages that you learn about, the breakdown of words. And it's everything I've known, but you really don't think about it. For example, the word pharmacy. There's the word harm in there. So a lot of things that we know, but it just becomes a lot clearer when you're in this conscious communication.
Yeah,
And
a lot of words that you think are good words have been deliberately put there to
right.
lower our vibration. Words of power, and it's all deliberate.
Yes.
The English language is the worst of that.
Yeah. But like I can't afford that. You're, cancel clear any of that because I can afford everything. Money wants you to love it and spend it and enjoy it and embrace it and grow it and feed it. So I have a money corner. That's a big thing. When I built this house, I didn't want to spend more than I spent on my other house in Chicago. And I spent more, but then I hung on to it and then I noticed I'm like, I'm just letting it go. And I'm getting everything that I want. And I'm not living in any cancel clear anything that is not abundant. So I don't even want to think anything like that because it's all flowing to me very rapidly and easily.
It's good. It's excellent. Yeah. So spiritually, what have you been doing? I'm interviewing you here.
Oh, I know it's been a few years. So I went to a drumming circle last week.
Hmm.
And it was great. It was in Flora, Florida. Met a lot of nice spiritual people. I'm meeting the spiritual people and I'm traveling to them. I want to host more in my home, but I'm making progress. I'm meeting people. I've just celebrated 1 year here. So at this circle, this woman was a great drummer and spiritual. She talked a lot about how the vibration aligns your chakras and all these messages. And she talked about all her travels. And when she started, so it was the sound healing first before the drumming circle.
Hmm.
So she started talking about her travels and everywhere she's been. And I transcended into it looked like Africa or Egypt. There was a bed, there was netting. It was a erotic experience. I was with somebody, and it was very powerful because I think that she talked about the female energy and how this all stirs, and plus the purium. I'm on this pineal clear, and I travel very easily. So it was a beautiful experience. And then she did this snake rattle thing. And I looked up to the corner right to my left and I could see a snake coming. And I said, Arakana Shiki Raka. And I like zapped it and then it scurried and got scared and ran away.
You should have had an Harry Potter wand.
But
You sounded like Harry Potter. Harry Potter one. I've actually got an Harry Potter one somewhere.
we can
I've
do anything
misplaced
with
it.
energy. Yeah.
What
So
instruments have you got there?
how much what?
What instruments do you play? Do you play anything yet?
I don't, but I dance up a storm.
Yeah.
I'm learning technique in ballroom today.
That's
So
your
it was
sound bowl.
okay.
Good
Oh, I
stuff.
have one. Yeah, I play it occasionally. Very nice.
What you can do, you can throw dragon's breath in it.
Oh,
Your turn.
oh, I'll skip that. It's over there. I do have some symbols here. Hang on one second.
I'll play the other one.
Oh,
go away. What have you got?
That's it.
I've got these as well from Africa. This broke, so I put some copper particles in. So.
I was supposed to go to a drumming circle this afternoon, but it storming, so it was canceled. So tell me about your spirituality.
Ooh, we got all day. Well, last weekend was solstice, wasn't it? And it was my sister-in-law's wedding in Anglesey, Wales. And I wasn't going to do anything, but then David connected to me, David Starr, and he wanted to go. Mitchell Edgerson's Crystal Skull. He wanted me to join their 2 a.m. Like event. So I went on that. Can't even get a recording on it. There you go. But it was good fun. Enjoyed it. That was at 2 a.m. and then the wedding was later. So I was staying in a 500-year-old hotel. So that was quite. There's a few haunted beings in there, but they were a bit wary of me. Especially I don't want my tools with me anyway. So I had my crystal ball. This famous crystal ball. That one. See how it's dark and light.
Wow. I think you used that on me once or during a live. I think you used that during a live. I've seen that before.
It's dark and light. It transmutes the energy from light, dark to light. It's quite good. I could reverse it and make it light to dark, but I'll be working for the away team, the other team. Yeah, this year I've connected to the Emerald Order. You've probably seen some of the videos of the Emerald Order. I've now got links to the Emerald Flame, and I can bring downloads for Ascension and Awakening. So that's pretty good. And I actually do meet up with them, which is even better. And I also meet up, and higher beings have started coming down here, which is great. Yeah.
I love how we've all progressed in energy. You know, I help people sell homes. She got an offer better than she could imagine. Jobs for people, readings. I'm just so very grateful. And then today, during my dance lesson, for my, perhaps we could spend a few minutes on this. Her niece, her name is Cindy. She's in the hospital in Ohio, 50 years old, healthy, young. And she started like levels went all kinds of crazy. And then her brain started swelling. Then it got so big, they had to remove half of her brain. So maybe we could do some healing right now for Cindy in Ohio.
I
And
know,
it's,
because depending where this goes, did she have anything during the last 5 years? I'll just say yes or no on that.
I did not ask that question.
That is probably the cause of it, in my opinion. So I could try and connect an healer, see if I get the permission, try and reverse if she's had any.
Okay, I do have a picture of her also.
Mhm.
Um, she's very beautiful. Can you see that?
Which one
Her
is it?
name is Cindy, and everyone watching this, if we can pray for,
Is the one in the middle or one at the bottom? Probably one at the bottom, is it?
yeah, the one on the bottom,
The
the
one at-
blonde.
Yeah, feels like it. Yeah. Okay. If you think of her as well, the energy can go to you and it'll send back to her.
Okay.
What I'm just doing, I'm just going to the higher dimensions, using the pillars of light. I'm just bringing down energies from possibly a dromedary and depends what mood I'm in, what she needs.
And this energy could be for any of the viewers that are dealing with any health issues, struggles.
So just trying to get a blueprint to its original state of about 10 years ago. So I'm going into the Akashic Records for 11th chakra, and I'm just getting the geometric shapes from the Akashic Records, which is the blueprint, and now I'm trying to merge them into a blood change metabolism system. I'm having assistance of Evrim, a crystal source being, and I'm just sending dragon's breath during the journey. I'm also bringing the energies to calm the problems in the brain out down.
So we want it to drain and let it release and drain and heal and restore. And as we put everything back together, let her be restored to 10 years ago. Healthy, vibrant.
Does she have an animal?
A what?
A pet?
I don't know. You getting a pet?
I'm getting a dog in the spirit world assistant.
I'm getting
Work out
yeah,
why.
and her name is Cindy. I'm just very I'm getting a lot of emotion. It's been a roller coaster for the whole family, being intensive care. So I'm also sending energy to the whole family, the hospital, everyone that is assisting her. Just praying for a miracle moment here.
Right. Did you feel that?
Yes, it's still, and it's interesting how when we connect, then the energy amplifies, and I could feel a ton more energy radiating out of my hands. Because I know how powerful you are.
Thank you. And how much do you want for that? I'm joking.
I'll never forget when you moved my toe. I saw it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my toe is moving.
Did I repair it?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, my second toe was too far apart, and you just moved it right back.
Everything's possible. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's send you some downloads and the viewers downloads from the Emerald Order. So
Okay.
how I do that, I've just got to connect to, I think they're in 20D, so it's quite high. So if anyone feels a bit of pain with this, just drink plenty of water after and just, stop connecting.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you.
I'm just going to the higher dimensions using the pillars of light. Connecting to the emerald flame. Bringing in the downloads to awaken your third eye, awaken yourself, help for ascension and bring the blueprint of the earth back to normal. The energy should be amplifying now.
Feel that. And I just want to share to everyone watching this that your words are powerful, your thoughts, your intentions. I feel so much emotion and love right now. A mantra that I say is only love touches me. We all have our stories. And when we truly learn to receive the messages of why that story needed to take place for us to transform into better than we can imagine, so that we can help others and live a life of pure bliss with all relationships, understanding others' differences, accepting everyone as one, and enjoying our sacred circle here on earth. And I'm so thankful for everyone that trusts me, that respects and honors me, and I love and respect them as well. I feel that we only grow deeper, stronger, wiser. And I'm all about bringing in more elegance and love and grace. And that we all can create this life of our dreams. It's within your reach. I feel a lot in the heart chakra. Thank you, Phil. I'm so loved, so blessed. And how is your family, Phil?
Okay, I just want to do a light language from the Nadu Bazi's tribe from
Okay.
Pre-Atlantis. I'll just do it twice, and it's just close your eyes. Just do breath work, and it's Shada Are Akom Tan. I'll do it again. Shada Are Akom Tan. I'll do it 5 times actually. Shada Ore Akom Tam. Shada Ore Akom Tam. Ashadayoream kantam, Ushadayoreakam tam. Never heard me sing before like that. Partly sing it. Hope you enjoyed that.
Oh, I did. It was beautiful. Thank you. I love
Yeah,
chanting. I haven't done that in a while.
yeah. I went from normal speaking to I don't know where I went though. Family's doing okay. It was my son's birthday last week. He's 21, my youngest, and my youngest daughter's birthday's this weekend. Actually Thursday. I get a present. We're doing okay. Yeah,
Uh,
doing fine. And at the wedding, most of my family were doing karaoke. They don't mind going up and making food of themselves. Good with that.
so, and did you plan on any trips to Florida?
Not recent ones. I nearly went to like Shasta, but it's very difficult when you're running a business here. It would have been nice. Got my passport,
Yeah.
so I could go away now. I haven't had a passport for a long time, but I have got one now. They
Oh,
allowed me to. They might allow me to go abroad now.
well, I'm dying to meet you. I love to catch up at Mount Shasta.
Hmm,
I haven't been there yet either.
yeah. Well, it's supposed to be because what I was told that Atlantis, the main Atlantis, is in Antarctica, and that's why they're keeping us away from it. Because there's a lot of tech still there for them. But Mount Shasta, the inner Earth part, a lot of the Lemurians actually is in underneath Mount Shasta. That'd be interesting. Could open a portal to see. How are you feeling with your download?
Wonderful. A lot of heart expansion. I feel very open, big lotus flower blossom, white, uh, a big white flower. Very, yeah, I feel very, very good. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I'm also thinking of getting a website about time. I've got a website for me business, but not for me spirituality. But I'm also thinking of doing courses on Reiki. So I'm thinking about that at the moment.
I,
Tune people up. But I want to do it bigger than it's a bit too easy in the West now to do it. So I'd like to do it in a bigger course, a better. So I'm an accredited healer. 20 odd years ago, I'd like to mix that with the Reiki. So when they get a Reiki from me, they get something a bit more special. And I think Western Reiki is just too light. We'd never go into the dark part of it. And that's, at the end of the day, that's who we're fighting in a way. There's a war going on between light and dark. We should know what the dark's like. And I know Japan, they do go into it. So I'm thinking about that at the moment. But that might be like Reiki advanced, maybe. Who
yeah,
knows?
I've taken Reiki and quantum, and I was going to take level 2 in quantum, but when I'm in the Akashic and someone, had a tumor, I just can remove it. So I don't know if I really need that accreditation because I follow it and I feel that I could.
When I got my Reiki master teachers were Conran, the one who started it off 100 odd years ago, and the female that was behind him, and another person that was like a Chinese man. They were all in my remote viewing, and at the end, there's about 1,000 masters all giving me a clap, and Mary was there, Mary Magdalene, and she was, I didn't know she was connected to it, so it was quite nice to see them. But I do get that a lot of the Reiki is infiltrated, and that's why I've gone into it to
Mhm.
stop any infiltration. I've already stopped some. I've stopped 2 lots of infiltration. What happens I do then is sometimes the Reiki master is connected to the wrong being but doesn't know, because these trickster beings can be very, very deceiving, if you get what I mean. And I've actually removed the deceiving being behind it and reconnected the lines of energy to a good Reiki, being. So, because at the end of the day, a lot of Reiki is to do with beginners, aren't they? People that haven't really gone into healing, and that's what I believe it is. It's good for them sort of people, so they can get influenced, and they just need someone behind them, basically, and that's what I feel I should be. Yeah. So, but I've got rid of 2 groups. Well, the end users that were bad Reiki, but the one I did at Jake's place was good. So, but like everything gets infiltrated eventually, doesn't it? Or it gets attempted. That's good. The other thing is, you said you could heal. Right, listening. You should be listening. Yeah. To heal someone's problems, sometimes the person needs to do their own inner work as well. What they should be asking, instead of trying to ask us to heal them, they should be asking, why did it come in the first place? Why have you got this cancer? Why have you got this injury? It might be you've signed up for it, and you could ask me. I don't mind crossing it out there, Akashi. I don't mind doing that. But also, some of these is your own journey needs to change a bit. Yeah, you need to do your own work.
Yeah. And so many times we can see things and we want so much for them because we love them dearly, but they don't, I don't know, they don't think about it, but say if they've come through the C letter, I don't even want to say it, but to get to the source of why it was there in the first place.
Yeah.
And to heal it so very deeply is very important. Not
But
only, yeah,
yeah, so like the last 5 years, you've had choices to take stuff in your body, but you haven't. A lot of people don't think about it. Why
yeah,
don't you research and think about everything? And when you start doing that, you start waking up. Uh, Fair enough, a lot of ideas are conspiracy theories, and that's a CIA bird, isn't it? But a lot of them end up being factual after a year or 2. So if you ever decide to make a choice, make it yourself and don't let others choose for you. Make that choice yourself. That's the best advice I could tell anyone. Don't
right.
just go with what people tell you. Think about what they tell you. Even if I say something, think about it and then do your own research, and you choose. Don't let someone else
Mhm.
choose for you.
Our bodies truly want to, everything that's led me to where I am. um, if you're aligned and you ask and you allow, you follow through, you clear out, you let go of all the things that are holding you back, you can really heal and transform to
Mm.
uh,
And remember one thing, every ailment we have, a field would probably have a cure for you. A normal field will probably have something in that field that will probably help you. Or you can just, well, look for an herb for it. Research it. Yeah.
mhm,
I think was it gallstones? And there's a seed in Amazon, and it chips it away. It gets rid of it. You don't need operation. Or you don't need the medicine to dissolve it. This herb just gets rid of it. So research. People just eat stuff. They don't know what they're eating. They just take supplements for vitamin A, B, or C, but they don't research it. Research is easy enough nowadays with the internet. Yeah, but
mhm,
don't believe the normal mainstream. Don't believe everything you're told. But the one thing I have all the time is moringa. Moringa gives you 30% more breath.
mhm.
within 3 days, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to take moringa and I used to take maca as well.
Mm,
That's a great adaptogen. That helped me a lot. But
yeah.
I love the Purium, my skin, my hair, my energy. I tweaked my knee. I did a pigeon pose, did a thigh stretch. So I was literally, an advanced pose like a pretzel. And I held it for a long time. I could feel it cramping and it was tweaked. But the next day, my knee was better.
Yeah.
I believe it's because of the Purium. I'm just eating so clean and I drink 2 shakes a day. Beet juice is very high vibrational and also the men's products and the women's products really have powerful success. So we don't.
I've started making pure, you know, like a yogurt with different juices. But in Europe and the UK now we feed the animals with buvette, which is a chemical to stop them letting off gas. And it's not really been researched because it's only been recent, last 10 years or so. So now I realise now that goat's milk, they don't.
Yes.
So I've changed to either goat's milk or Guernsey milk. Guernsey don't do it. And even goat's yogurt with different fruit supplements. You got to be careful with strawberries because they're not made like they used to.
Oh, yeah, that's the dirty dozen. Yep. Stay away from that. So I like goat cheese, goat, when I was traveling, goat milk, goat yogurt, sheep yogurt. It's very tart, but I love it. It's so
Mm,
pure. I could tell the purity in it.
mm.
It's delicious.
The thing with what they say they feed the cows,
Yeah.
the people who add the chemical to their feed have got to wear masks and gloves so they don't.
Mhm.
Do you get it? If they're not doing that, that
Yeah.
sounds a bit. And they're saying that whatever they eat doesn't go in the milk. That just doesn't
Mhm.
sound right to me.
Yeah. And I love cows. They're adorable. Cows and horses. I've healed them. Um, I
Yeah.
haven't healed a cow, but I've healed several horses, and they respond so well. They are so intuitive. Before I even get the words out, he's saying yes.
Mm.
It's
I have dogs come to me for healing.
oh,
People, I do healing on a Tuesday. The dog sees me, comes in and waits for me to do some healing. So, yeah. There was a company next door. He was going to put his dog down. She couldn't walk. So I
mm,
said, can I give some healing before you take it to get put down? And he told me the next day she's like a 5-year-old again. She had another 2 years. I got another 2 years. And she just needed that clearing, really. Because
oh,
a lot of dog food is not very healthy anyway. So I've started giving moringa to my dog and borax to my dog. Now, my dog's 15. It's a Labrador Akita. Akitas live till they're 12, Labradors live till they're 14. He's now 15. And in my book, well, what's the worst I can do? If he died of the moringa, I don't think he would anyway. He's already past his sell-by date, so I'm helping him anyway. And I'm clearing also, a lot of dogs have a lot of parasites, and moringa clears that, and borax does. So he seems to breathe better now. So that's good. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's interesting. Because when dogs are puppies, they're tested for, worms and that's just like a parasite. So it's the
yeah, but
same
we,
thing.
we we're full of parasites, aren't we? We've got probably a
Yes.
pound of parasites, even though we do a lot of clearing. You just can't get rid of everything, and the best way of having these drugs, I don't know if you, well, these supplements like moringa, is to go on a fast, 3-day fast. Don't eat, just have drink water. Have
Hmm.
3 days of fasting, then have the parasite cleanse, and it not
Yes.
the starving the parasites knocks them out of it, and they can't go deeper inside you. If you get what I mean. But dogs must have it over the years. My dog at the moment's got a problem with his back left leg, and I can heal it. A lot of times he can't walk, and I've got to do healing on him, and he starts walking again. And I think, oh, should I put bandage on? What's he got? I'm trying to work out how I can actually refix it. Now, in 2002, I tore my cruciate ligament, and the doctors wanted to put metal plates in my knee. Yeah, and they actually told me I'd have to give up all sport, and if I didn't and this is like thinking around the box, if I didn't have the operation, I'd be in a wheelchair in 4 years. So this is where you sort of think, well, hold on, I can walk now, a bit of pain, I can't run very well because when I'm stopping, this is the time. How do I fix it? Now, I could go with the normal modern way, but then what would I be like now? I'd probably be walking on a limp, not very well, and I'm thinking, well, hold on, let's walk round the block box. So, as a spiritual healer, how do I fix my cruciate ligament and get away with it? So you got to think all the way around the box. What's the best way? And I was thinking, well, normally when you injure a foot, you get like a piece of wood, and you bandage a piece of wood around it, don't you? You know, as a temporary fix. What if I created a vortex field around the cruciate ligament? So I got an energy field to go round the ligament, and I hardened it. Would that work? And that's how I fixed it. I got my black belt the following year. My knee has never been bad since. So I told the doctors I'll fix it myself. I worked it out, but there's no way I'm having pins in my knee, because in 20 years' time, like now, I won't be able to walk very well. They're giving me the fear factor of saying, they're giving me the fear factor. I'm going to be in a wheelchair if I don't have the operation. Well, I don't have fear. So let's take that out of the way. Let's see the logic. I can walk now. I can always have the operation later in life. Yeah, even though I might have injured it more. And I can try and do it spiritually, on a spiritual work, and try and fix it myself. And that's what I did. That was 20 years ago. That was my right knee. It's been all right ever since. No, actually, it's my left knee. It's that good. I forgot which knee it was. I did have an healer 8 years ago who said, "What was in your left knee?" Something wasn't normal in there. Something like weird, like a bolt. And she took it out, and I got the pain back. But because I'd already done it once, it took me weeks to work it out. I could do it within days. So healers always think round the box. So is that a nice story?
Yeah, I love
About
stories. Yeah,
cruciate ligament damage.
yeah. We are such powerful beings,
Yeah.
and it's two things. It's not just through the hands, it's the intuition, it's the guidance, it's the intention, and then sealing it.
Yeah. And people say that we are not the healers. The healing comes through us. No, I don't agree with that. We are the conductor in the
Yeah.
in the symphony. We're bringing in the energies to fix the bone. Without us, the patient will get healed, because we're bringing in the tuning of that energy around the injury to fix it. That's how I look at it. So I've gone past. Yeah, we just, the energy's just coming. Whatever the universe sends is now. We decide how to fix, and we bring in like a channeler of the correct frequencies, the correct energies to fix the ailment. But obviously the patient's got to do their bit. They've got to change their journey, because if a person has got, say, cancer, why did he get it? Why did she get it? It's her journey that created that. It's the way of living. It could be the stress of the work place. It could be what she's eating, or he's eating. The other thing that I've noticed, and I've been told this, why is it that we all have parasites? Why do some people get it and some? If it's linked to parasites, and I think it's linked also to an emotional. stature of the person. If something crazy happens in your life, like a car crash or a death in the family, what does the body do afterwards? Goes into a bit of shock. So it has stress, it has shock. Well, if you have parasites in your body, do they think they're being attacked if your ecosystem is changing? That is my philosophy. And by the way, this is just, what do you say when it's on YouTube? This is for entertaining purposes only, and it's just my opinion. But I think shock can be a great reason why we get cancers, and that's the simple reason the ecosystem in the body changes. The parasites think they're being attacked, they think they're going to die, and it's like a self-inflicted reason. That's my opinion. So
Yeah.
if you ever want to go on detoxing, go fasting first and detoxing. But what do you think? Have you ever heard of that one before?
Yes,
That's
and
mine.
that's what they have you do is be on it for 10 days
Yeah.
and then start the
Have you
parasite.
ever heard the reason why cancer, I believe, is caused is
Oh,
a shock or an emotional
yeah,
or yeah,
it's trauma release. It's triggered from a trauma, but you
yeah,
really have to look at all angles of it, why it came up,
yeah,
what's the message, how you need to forgive and feel right now.
mm,
Most cases, it's from a parent, a teacher, something that somebody said or did that is still held in your subconscious. And when I do clearings, I work on the subconscious and then I give them mantras and things to say because they have to tweak their mindset, the brain, because it's still stored there. So when it's removed, I tell them, for example, there was a lot of fear. Now only love touches you. But they have to do the work, as you said, themselves to really feel that.
mm. I also have nicotine patches sometimes. Now I stopped smoking at 12, so I only have a quarter of one. I was 12 years old when I stopped smoking, which is quite young to start when I was 8, but there you go. And it's weird how people think nicotine's addictive, but it's not. You know that, don't you? It's not addictive. In 1960, the companies that make cigarettes added ingredients that made it addictive. So the nicotine itself is a plant medicine, but it's got loads of cures, and it also gets rid of parasites. Nicotine's actually in carrots and eggplant and even potatoes. So we do have nicotine in our food. We don't even know we have. And you see these adverts, nicotine addiction. No, it's no such thing as nicotine addiction. Do we want to get up in the morning and have a load of French fries? Do we want to get up in the morning and have carrots? No. So it's funny how the ones who sell it promote these bad stuff for you. They use things and they demonize nicotine. Nicotine is a good one as well to get healthier. But
Yeah.
I have it in it.
Yeah. And sugar addiction. So if you have, so say there's a birthday party and you have cake and you have sugar at 6 p.m. The next day you're going to crave sugar. And
Mm.
it's going to stay with you. What you have to do is tweak yourself to heal that. So, have something else, a piece of fruit that will satisfy that and not, um, you know,
Even if you decide to buy a bar of chocolate, give yourself a time in the day when you allow half of it, which is later than what you want, and try and have half the consumption at the beginning. And as you say, go on to fruit, but you got to be careful with fruit because a lot of modern fruit now has got that many chemicals on them.
yeah,
You've got to have organic really, but like a lot of the actual like carrots and stuff, they're not the original format. They've been re-diced to make it more production basically. So yeah, sugar is the one that's been given us deliberately, and that's the one that feeds the parasites in the body, feeds the cancer in the body. So
Yes. Yeah. And, gluten, glyphosate, all that, all our food is sprayed. I'm sure where you're from, it's not as bad.
What's that? Sorry?
The glyphosate from Roundup and things like that
Yeah,
we,
we don't have the. Someone said that Europe's afraid of the food in America, and I put the comment, America doesn't have any food.
yeah, that's why I
No,
drink my green shakes. I don't, yeah, I eat now. Well, after I feel so healthy and pure that I don't want anything that's not organic.
I'll tell you what I've gone off. I've gone off processed food
Yeah.
in a big way. I used to like a piece of ham, processed ham. I don't have that now. So I
Mm.
have gone off processed food because I don't think it's right for the body. I've gone off milk that is made by manipulating cow's feed because I think it's an experiment that we don't know anything about, and it's things in our history like a thalidomide pill or asbestos that was good at the time, and then it turned into not so good. So I'd rather let everyone try it out for us and see what happens. And I'll have the goat's milk and the we have a lot of farms around here, so I can have their milk as well. But it's a
Mm.
shame we couldn't have fresh, normal milk instead of processed milk. But trying to get hold of that might be difficult. But yeah, America have got a lot of. Can't wait when Kennedy actually sorts it all out because their food people have done a lot of wrong to your food. It's like, yeah, seed oil. I don't have seed oil. I have lard. I've changed. I have lard instead of seed oil, even though lard in the day used to be bad for you,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're saying no. Lard is like fat from animals. It's good for you. Yeah. So the other thing I've been doing for a long time is blessing any food. And people say I've heard people say spiritual healers or the old shaman used to have meat, so but bless it beforehand. So it's always, and by blessing it, you're basically thanking the spirit of the animal for the food, and then you take all the trauma from the meat, you send it to source, and you give the animal then love, send it some love. So
Mm-hmm.
you're doing a free-flow blessing. So that animal, because I've eaten that animal, is now getting healthier in spirit than it would have done if anyone just ate it. So I think I'm doing a good cause. But sometimes, like beef burgers can have hundreds of animals in, bits of it, and that can be hard to eat. So I still eat meat. So, yeah,
Well,
that's
thank you
life.
for sharing that. That's beautiful.
Hmm.
I appreciate
And
that. And I appreciate you.
sometimes you can program yourself to do that automatically. After a few times, you can do a program in your mind to do that. It will do it just before. It's a bit like how Christians pray to Source or Lord or God or whatever you call it about the food. They're praying, not really. They're praying. They're basically blessing the food. I agree with that. I think that's a great thing, even though I'm not religious as such. Yeah. But it's very similar, same thing.
Well,
I
thank
always
you.
wondered why do you pray to you when you have your dinner? I'm the one who cooked it. Why, someone's cooked it, so why are you praying to God about eating the food? But now I realise it's not really praying to God. You're blessing the food that you're having because it's got a lot of trauma in it, and you've got to clear that trauma. Yeah. Right,
That's
we better go shortly. I've got to go back to work.
okay.
It's 9:20.
All right. Thank you so much, my friend.
Was that a
I
bit deep,
appreciate.
that one?
Yes, I appreciate you.
Yeah. Take care.
Oh, you too. Reach out if you need anything. And
Hmm?
reach out if you need anything.
I will do.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for
I
listening.
never, I never used to pray. I do the pray sign now.
Okay.
I only prayed once in my life when I was 14 because my education was very poor and I had D's and C's in my report, and overnight, the next report, I got 10 A's because I prayed. But my brain switched. I could feel it that night. It was going weird. So I'm going anyway. I could talk
Okay,
forever.
bye. Thank you.
Bye then. See ya.